What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including John Cena was unhappy with his heel run, John Cena refusing to address The Rock, Chris Jericho returning to WWE, WWE reviving a 90s pay-per-view, Ryback defends Triple H against body shaming, a WWE star debuting a new persona, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at John Cena unhappy with his heel run. Now, our top story today takes a look at new comments from John Cena, who shared his candid thoughts when it comes to key elements of his heel run. Cena's heel run is now officially over, and the former WWE champion is starting to pull back the curtain on what really went wrong with the run. Interestingly, it appears that Cena is starting to admit that the run was somewhat of a failure, and while speaking at Fan Expo Chicago, Cena stated that his first heel promo was the moment he dropped the ball. Cena would outright state that he failed, and he had to learn from the failure. I wasn't upset. No, I failed. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can learn from failure, right? I went up there and bombed. Shit happens. The promo at the time was praised for the delivery, yet the crowd was struggling to boo Cena. The promo pretty much turned into a standard "you people heel" promo that fans have seen time and time again. The motivations in the promo made little sense as Cena failed to address the wider picture, that being The Rock and Travis Scott. So Cena and WWE were scrambling on how to explain why he was suddenly a bad guy. Next up, John Cena refusing to address The Rock. It was only a matter of time before John Cena was asked about The Rock. As everyone knows, The Rock opting out of the big storyline caused everlasting damage to Cena's heel arc, and Cena now stated that he will only address The Rock once his retirement run is over. Speaking at the Fan Expo, Cena stated, "What I'm hearing is, in a hypothetical universe, what different choices would you make? I will answer that with hindsight. It's a waste of time. We must live right here and now in the excitement and adventure. We got 11 dates left. After we're able to talk about all this bupkiss in January after the whole thing is over, but we've taken the audience on a hell of a ride this year and we still got a ways left to go. So I'm excited about that." Now, whilst it's extremely unlikely that Cena will say anything bad about The Rock, it would be completely understandable if Cena is annoyed and holds some resentment towards the final boss. Cena committing to the heel run was a huge deal, and working side by side with The Rock one final time was no doubt a contributing factor in Cena agreeing to the storyline. The Rock has of course explained that he wasn't needed in the storyline, but that is an opinion that's shared by anyone other than him. Next up, a WWE star breaks character. Logan Paul may not be everyone's cup of tea, but one WWE name that is a huge fan is John Cena. Cena is said to work with Logan at Clash in Paris at the end of the month, and Cena was asked during the Fan Expo whether or not he believes Logan is overrated. To answer this, Cena decided to break away from his persona and outright defend Logan. "I disagree. I think he's underrated. I think he gets a bad rap. He's not an outsider. He belongs in WWE. I think his best days are still ahead of him. He's got championships in his future. I can tell you I'm not looking past Logan Paul. I'm not believing any of the hype that he's an outsider who should be taken lightly. I'm training hard. I know I've got a very tough opponent in Logan Paul. So do I think he can beat me up? Yes. Will he have to earn every inch? Absolutely." There's been a lot of criticism directed towards Logan's involvement in Cena's final run. Logan has been involved in multiple Cena matches and programs, but it's evident that Cena is a huge fan of WWE's Maverick. Next up, Chris Jericho returning to WWE. Now, there's rampant speculation that wrestling legend Chris Jericho could be on his way back to WWE. Jericho's AEW deal is set to expire this year, and this weekend, Jericho liked an Instagram post that teased a WWE comeback. Jericho could of course just like this post to generate buzz, however, the like is interesting and it's definitely worth discussing. Jericho has disappeared from AEW programming in recent months, and there's been no news in relation to Jericho's AEW status. Fans on social media now speculating that Jericho could be looking to have one final run in WWE before entering the Hall of Fame. With Jericho's AEW deal set to expire, this means that by 2026, Jericho could be a WWE star once again. The timing of this also aligns with the 2026 Royal Rumble, and with Jericho being a huge name and a legacy talent, a Rumble return in Saudi Arabia could make a ton of sense. The Saudi fans love Jericho, take for instance his pop when he appeared in 2018, so this could all work out rather well. Do you guys want to see Jericho back in WWE for one final run though? Next up, WWE reject a non-PG pitch. And whilst WWE are still a PG presentation, they will allow their talent to push the boundaries of what a PG product can deliver. Over the past few years, we've seen bloodshed, cursing, and graphic imagery, but WWE still has guidelines, and Naomi and Jade Cargill found this out at Evolution 2 this summer. According to Cargill, during an interview with Metro UK, the two women wanted to use mace and razors in their matchup, but WWE told them no. There was so much we wanted to see that was ours. We wanted to use mace, that was going to be tough, and then we wanted to use razors, and that was going to be tough. But I welcome it. I wish we were able to use a mace, but we got to think about the crowd. We don't want anybody in the crowd to be maced because mace goes far. That would have been wild. The whole first front row would have been lit with mace. A mace would have been wild, but it's understandable why WWE rejected this pitch. If anything went wrong, and like Cargill stated, someone in the crowd was accidentally maced, WWE would have a lawsuit on their hands. In relation to the razors, this is possibly too graphic for WWE. Whilst most bloodshed in WWE is achieved by razor blades, the razor blade is never usually seen on camera, unless it was that time when Kevin Owens dropped it at Elimination Chamber. Therefore, seeing two women use razors as weapons may have been too far. Nevertheless, it's appreciated that both women wanted to go all the way with the match type, and despite WWE rejecting some of their pitches, the match still managed to deliver. Next up is The Undertaker running AAA. Could The Undertaker be playing a big part in the creative of AAA? Following the success of the Triplemania show this past weekend, Triple H took to X and he directly put over the dead man's contributions to the show. If you would have told me 20 years ago that one of the big driving forces behind AAA in Mexico would be The Undertaker, it would have been hard for me to wrap my head around that. The Undertaker being involved in some capacity is great to see, as he's a name that has invaluable experience and has a lot to offer the backstage side of the pro wrestling business. Next up, KROSS debuts a new theme song. KROSS continues to try and make a name for himself outside of WWE. This past weekend, KROSS debuted his new theme song. He would upload the track to YouTube, and it's likely that KROSS will use this theme when he makes any indie appearances. There's still been little to no news on whether KROSS is returning to WWE, and fans are still hoping he re-signs with the company, as the hashtag #WeWantKROSS movement is still prevalent on social media. Next up, a WWE star debuting a new persona. Becky Lynch is pushing for Natalya to debut her Natty Neidhart persona on Raw tonight. The Natty Neidhart persona is so much more legitimate and serious as a character, and the side of Natalya that hasn't been explored in WWE as of yet. Lynch took to Instagram to post clips of Natalya attacking her, and she stated that she's sick of the Natalya character. The former two foes are now set to collide on tonight's Raw for the Women's Intercontinental title. Next up, Ryback defends Triple H from body shaming. Ryback is known for causing controversy, but recently he's surprisingly been talking a lot of sense. The former WWE star recently took to X to defend Triple H after there were a lot of negative comments directed towards the game for his appearance whilst on holiday in Greece. The body shaming in pro wrestling is pathetic. People age, bodies change, and most of the ones talking have never put in the work themselves. Years of PED abuse, filters and fake images have warped reality for a lot of people. Respect the person, the career, and the journey, not just the body frozen in time. This is a massive W from Ryback, and it's great to see ex-wrestlers coming in to defend Triple H from the rather nasty comments online. Next up, WWE reviving a 90s pay-per-view. WWE have yet to announce their scheduled premium live event for September 20th. There were rumors circulating X last week, mainly thanks to a graphic, that WWE will be reviving the Over the Limit PLE, but that doesn't look to be the case. According to WrestleVotes, the PLE will be called Wrestlepalooza. Wrestlepalooza was an ECW pay-per-view event, and it's certainly a unique name for a pro wrestling event. I mean, in all honesty, it sounds like a fan convention name. But WWE could also be planning something huge for the show, as according to PW Insider, the event may be broadcast live on ESPN. There has been discussion within the broadcast industry over the last few days that the planned added WWE event for this September, scheduled for 20th September in Indianapolis, could end up being an extra unique event that would air on ESPN as a preview of the type of programming. WWE will bring that to new partnership when it officially kicks off in April 2026. While WWE PLEs are currently licensed domestically to Peacock, it's interesting to note that while there's no current September PLE on the schedule, Peacock will have two PLEs in the month of August, SummerSlam earlier this month, and on the 31st August, Clash in Paris. Then they will have an October PLE date. Now, if this is the case, it explains why WWE have been so reluctant to formally announce the show. They're likely working out the finer details with ESPN, and the whole introduction of the September PLE seems rather sporadic and unorganized. WWE are going to have to put in significant effort to making the PLE feel like a big deal. They will only have a month to sell tickets for the show, and if they're going to utilize their usual pricing model for the event, then they may struggle to get a packed house. It was reported that WWE will be using their top stars for the show, and it's been reported that the Brock Lesnar vs John Cena matchup will headline the event. And finally, Omos is a huge draw for WWE. Our final story today takes a look at the return of Omos and how his return has done huge numbers for WWE and AAA. Clips of Omos and Microman interacting are going viral across multiple platforms, and their interactions have accumulated 120 million views. These numbers are insane, and nothing WWE puts out from the main roster touches this kind of outreach. There are calls to have Omos return to the main roster with immediate effect, as the crowd loved him, and it's clear that he's a huge draw for WWE. Fans on social media have been joking that Omos is going to now disappear again for a year, and this is of course referencing WWE's habit of bringing Omos back for a battle royal, then just having him sitting catering for the next year with nothing to do. It's clearly leaving money on the table. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.